Alright, for some context, it's summer where I am, and I stream at night during this time of the year. All I had on was my ceiling fan and my PC fans for this first clip. I have noise reduction filters on in OBS, so I added a mild reverb VST plugin to help capture the stock clicky switches. More context. It's summer and it's 100 degrees Fahrenheit during the day when I recorded this clip. I had my ceiling fan on the high speed. House AC is blasting through my ceiling vent right above my PC. My PC fans are probably the quietest background noise in this clip. I recorded with ASMR settings for my PC mic as well as recording with the mic from my phone, and I merged and balanced the two into the true result. No reverb VST this time as both mics picked up everything. Royal Kludge, or Kludge, clicky tactile blue switches. Pros: comes with a keyboard plus a few extra replacements. Comparable to Cherry MX Blues, more details and cons. 3-pin hot swappable, so these can go into another keyboard if I wanted. Budget friendly. The entire keyboard, switches included, was $90 on Amazon when I got it 2 years ago. Unfortunately, I cannot seem to find the white version listed anymore, but as of making this video, the black version is listed at $80. Cons. I have never lubed these because I always plan on upgrading them, but they could use it. The springs are noisy. There is a subtle metal coil ringing noise upon release if you type hard. Lube could help here, and probably only here. The stem is wobbly. Tolerances vary from switch to switch. Noticeable in most keys, but most obvious in any key above 1U. I doubt lube would matter unless it was a crazy thick viscosity, at which point, why bother? In its comparison to Cherry MX Blues, the tactile bump and audible click are about the only similarity. Actuation force feels much lighter, but to reach the tactile bump, the stem needs to travel a lot more than the Cherry MX Blues. For a budget switch, it's close enough. Kaihl Box Jade clicky tactile switches. Pros: extra clicky. Not just one click, but two. One on the way down, and one on the way up, thanks to its box springs design. Stiff stems, barely any wobble. Satisfyingly wet thocks. The click sounds poppy and deep at the same time. You could probably get a different audio profile depending on what type of keycaps you decide to use with it. The ones currently on my board are some PBT double shot pudding keycaps I got from Temu. Affordable depending on where you get them. I purchased directly from Kailh for $40 shipped, or so I thought. The sticker on the top of the plastic jar it came in said packed by Keychron. This is my first time buying Kailh products. Is this the norm? Cons. This might be a con for some, but as noted, these are extra clicky tactile switches. I love clicky tactile switches, but even I can see how some might have an issue with the noise level, even when trying to type softly. The actuation force required means your fingers are going to become hardened steel. I'd compare it to the force required for actual old-school typewriters, and even my mom agrees after letting her try it. It takes some getting used to, but for me, the clicks are worth it. The price might be bordering for some between budget and affordable. Again, depending on where you make your purchase, it could swing it back towards budget. But for me, this set was almost half the cost of the entire keyboard I put it in. Conclusion. Going from Cherry MX Blues to a budget imitation, then to a box-style switch takes some getting used to. I've had several years on Cherry MX Blues, and just 2 on the budget Royal Kludge, or Kludge, switches that came with this keyboard, the RK100. I can't really give a solid conclusion on a switch I've only used for about a week, but I can't say I'm in love with the clicks that the Kailh Box Jades produce. Yes, it's noisy, but I like it. Yes, it is harder to press, but it's nothing you can't get used to. This switch is not for everybody, and I'm sure I'm not the first to say this. So far, I've only gamed with it and typed out the slideshow for this video. Once I get into typing when college starts up again, I can give a better review, but for now, I'm just going to enjoy every click and clack while I still love hearing them.